You're listening to Mr. Saberhome, Becoming an Agenteur.
Good day, good people. My name is Navid Moosa. I'm your host today and always for Mr. Saberhome, Becoming an Agenteur. For those who are first-time listeners, thank you. I appreciate your time and I respect it. For those who are repeat listeners, thanks for joining in and taking the abuse. First-timers, what we do every single time is we get into it right away. I thank everybody for joining us. I respect your time and I respect my time, my team's time. So without a whole bunch of fluff, let's get into it. Today's or this week's topic, I guess I should say, is talking about looking the part. And this one's a little bit personal to me because when I first got into the industry, I was really looked down upon within my peers because of my appearance. I like suits, do not get me wrong. I like suits, I like dressing up, but I feel those are only for certain occasions. And now it wasn't an everyday thing. And when I got into real estate, it wasn't for me to wear quote unquote corporate attire. I did that and I was tired of that and I didn't want to anymore. And so when I first got into real estate, it was about, guys, the entrepreneur lifestyle, wear what I want, work whenever I want, my own terms 100% of the time. And I would show up in jeans and I would show up in my Timberland boots and I would show up in my Hilfiger polo top. And I would show up in that, and this is 05 and 06. And I would show up to the office with this and I would get looked at like, what the hell are you wearing? And because I dressed not the part of a quote unquote traditional realtor, I was frowned upon. I didn't get invited to all the get-togethers and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, it took a little bit personal, like, what the hell? Well, am I not good enough for you guys or whatever? And someone brought to my attention that, hey, you go to the office and you're wearing some jeans, it's just not appropriate. I'm like, okay, well, why? And they looked at me like, what do you mean, why? And I'm like, why? Why is it not appropriate? Well, you don't wear jeans. You're a professional. You're a realtor. You wear a suit and you come in and I'm like, no. Anyway, you could. Maybe you should, but you don't have to. What do I wear? How does that reflect on what I can do for work, on what I feel I'm good at? Like, I don't get that. And it just took me some time and I honestly thought it was me, so I changed and I started wearing, more office appropriate attire. And I did this for years. And I just found out my production wasn't there because I wasn't being myself. And so I kind of led this weird double life where I would go into the office and I would wear one particular set of clothing. And then when I had to go look at a house or something like that, depending on the property, I would change. And for those who are first time listeners or those who haven't maybe heard an episode in the past, when I first got into the business, I did a lot of foreclosures. And so I would go into these really grimy POS homes that were empty and vacant and just in bad shape. So to wear a nice suit or nice clothing in general, shoes and all, and go into these dingy, dirty places was like, hell no. This is why I wore my jeans and my Timbs and stuff like that, is because I would go there into these places. I'm like, if these get dirty, it's okay. It's not a big deal. If I needed to, bend over here, crouch tiger over here or something like that and get some, flexibility going on in some of these places so I don't get touched by the cooties, I wanted to be able to do that, and wearing a suit wouldn't allow me to do that. And I worked hard to earn the money to buy these suits, buy these quote unquote corporate gear, corporate attire, so I didn't want to ruin it. Fast forward, I would say 4 or 5 years later, this is the boom of the TV shows, of the house shows and the flipping shows and all this stuff, and you see this one realtor, and he's one of the first ones I saw, and he is showing homes. He has a button-up shirt and the jeans on. And I'm like, wait, what? That's what I used to wear. And this guy is on the show. He's wearing what I wore and everyone's embracing him. He's doing this, doing that. I'm like, well, what the hell? And I just couldn't get it. And what it was you need to understand, guys, that just because somebody tells you this isn't right doesn't mean it isn't right. Even if everybody, and I mean everybody in that office, looked at me like I had a third eye. You know what I mean? Like that thing was right, like with a big ass stick out unibrow eyeball right there. It messed with my psyche. It messed with my confidence. It messed with me. And I was like, man, and I just got out of my comfort zone. I was comfortable. And I put them out of their comfort zone. But I'm like, wait a minute, this is my zone. Get the hell out of my zone. I'm happy where I'm at. Leave me be. But I let them influence me. I let 99% affect me, the 1%. The 1%er in that building. And I felt like an outcast. And I felt I wasn't good enough. And I felt like I didn't belong. And I felt, what the hell am I doing here? And I felt I need to go back. I need to go back to where I came from. That's what I felt like. So if you're out there, you're listening to this, and you feel you're doing something, and you're questioning yourself, man, that you don't belong, that you don't deserve this, that you haven't earned this, that you don't know what you're doing. It was a stupid idea to open up this shop. It was a stupid idea to go work for myself. It was a stupid idea to open up this website. It was a stupid idea to write this book. It was a stupid idea to launch this program. You're the 1%er that people need. You're the 1%er that we, all of us, need and look up to and want to be someday. The person who has the courage to saying, screw you, this is what I am, here's what I'm going to be, accept it. I'm not hurting you. I'm not harming you. I'm not harming society. What I'm doing is ethical and it's moral. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not breaking any rules. I may be breaking your personal rule, your personal bubble that you have put yourself in and you want everyone else to be in there with you. That's your own damn problem. That's not my problem. So thank you for being that 1%er who didn't back down. Thank you for not being me 15 years ago who couldn't stand up for myself and just buckle down to the pressures of everyone else there and said, okay, this is what they're doing. I should be doing it. And I'm telling you right now, guys, you got to fight through some of this BS that's out there. You got to fight through those saying, no, don't do that. No, you shouldn't. No, it's a waste of money. No, don't do that. This guy, no. That's a bunch of BS. If you really feel in your heart of hearts, this is what you want to do, go do it. Because at least what you can do is be yourself and say, hey, at least I gave it a shot. It said clothing is what makes the man. In today's society, clothing is what makes the man, what makes the woman, what makes the person. Clothing is you, no doubt about it. But it doesn't mean if you wear a suit, you automatically go to this level. To some people, it does. Now, should you dress the part? Hell yeah, of course. I'm not saying if you have an interview at a big ass company that you go on there with the t-shirt on and some, your shorts to cut the grass with and stuff like that and some busted kicks. No, I'm not saying that at all. You want to be impressionable, no doubt about it. But if this is something you want to do, this is a person you want to portray, do it with dignity, do it with some self-respect, and don't let other people's impression of what you should be make it who you are going to be. That's just wrong. Clothes are an impression, no doubt about it. But your personality and who you are is the biggest impression of them all. Be the 1%er. Continue to be the 1%er. Personally, I thank you for it and I love you for it. And I encourage you for it. Go against the grain because you feel it's the right thing to do. Don't go against the grain just because you're fed up or pissed off. No, go against it because it's the right thing to do and that's what your heart is telling you to do. Be that 1%er. Do it. That's what I got y'all for this week. My name is Navid Moosa. Thanks for listening in. I greatly appreciate your time as always. Please go check out my website, www.navidmoosa.com. We have some classes there, some training courses to get you to the Agenteurs lifestyle. Feel free to drop us an email for any kind of topics you want to get covered on the program. It's info@navidmoosa.com. Again, info@navidmoosa.com. And as always, never ever chase the money. Always chase the deal. Do right by the client and everything else will fall into place. Check you guys out next week. See ya. God bless.